destroyed. That is something we're looking at. There's got to be some risk, doesn't it? If you're putting stuff on a caravan, if there's no risk regarding it getting to where it needs to go, that kind of makes it a lot less interesting. So, that is something we're going to look at. That is something that we're going to think about. It is going to be part of the game, one way or the other. Whether you could lose everything, which I doubt, or lose some things, absolutely. Banana is worried about us becoming too difficult. This whole system, whether it's crafting, magic, combat, and whether he and other people should be skeptical. Well, I would be. It's difficult. We're trying to do the difficult. We're not trying to do the easy. If we were trying to do the easy, even that alone would be difficult. Because frankly, as anyone who's heard me talk about MMOs, over the decades knows, I have said making an MMO is hard. I mean, let's face it. How many MMOs have we seen over the years that have failed? How many MMOs never launched? How many MMOs didn't live up to what they should have been? It's hard, and we are trying to do the difficult. So, yeah, feel free to be skeptical. As I've told people, and I'll tell people again, don't donate to this game just because you think we're going to be able to do everything we say here. Don't know if we will. We're trying, and we're going to give it our best effort. But I'm not afraid of people being skeptical. And as we talked about earlier, Ben and I, we're skeptical here all the time with each other regarding these ideas. On the other hand, if we didn't think we could pull them off, I wouldn't be talking about it here. Question from Secrix. Can crafters build turrets? Yes, that's part of what we hope they can do for our VR. Gat Gaming, can a group of crafters work on combat vehicles? Steam tank, ships, planes. No, no plans right now for vehicles. Don't want to say that they will never be in the game, minus the steampunk kind of thingy. But we'll have to see. Question about will there be a way to acquire enemy realm blueprints and maps? Certainly the maps, no question. Blueprints we'll have to see. Box Fetish, hey there, Box. How mobile are the Vox? Yes, they need to be able to be mobile. Can they be destroyed? Look, we've been, again, very clear that if you put something in your house and your house is in the non-safe areas, is it possible that things could be lost and destroyed? The answer is yes. Celestius, all this crafting talk makes it seem mandatory. Well, it is mandatory. We have to have crafters in this game. We've said it right from the beginning that this absolutely is a player-driven economy. It doesn't mean that everything here is made by the players. We've said that. New players have to be able to get equipment. But other than that, it's going to be made by you folks. So crafting is mandatory. That's all there is to it. We have to have crafters in this game. Do you have to play them? No. We're trying to make this system attractive to people who aren't normally attracted to RVR and PvP games. By making these guys and gals a class, by saying that if they want, they don't have to go out into the dangerous areas to do their jobs. We're hoping to attract more people who might just be interested in crafting. We'll see if we're right. If we are, we're in great shape. If we're wrong and our system isn't attracting enough people, we'll have to deal with it then. Thor, now I've answered this before, but I answer it again because it's a question that certainly is worth asking. How will non-crafters make money? That's coming up tomorrow in the progression. that will be answered there, and it will be a very interesting reaction to the presentation. Big Philly, how about the Vox and Depths Forge interaction? I will have to see how that goes. I am really looking forward um, to how the Depths is going to work and how the Voxes are going to work within the Depths. Should be fun. Chadius, for the economy to work, will non-crafters have to farm for material, reagents, and items? Probably not. You don't want to say 100% not, simply because if you have something that requires, for example, taking of the depths, then people will say, but you promised we would never have to, PvE. Well, you're not PvEing, you're not leveling, you're not doing quests. But if you have to own the depths, if you have to control the depths to get some materials, the question is there, would you consider that farming as a player? I wouldn't, but, that's why I just don't want to say, no, there's zero chance that any player will ever have to, any combatant, will ever have to try to gather or do things that will lead to other people's gathering of materials. Foggy, sorry. Is social crafting available? Hope so. Don't know if it'll happen. Naylor, will new armor skins and weapon effects be discovered, learned, earned, etc.? Yes. Coffee Warlord, does popcorn crafting include being able to make, as you say, a little home on the prairie? We'll see how that goes. Certainly we want our crafters to do things, and we want our non-crafters to be able to do things, as well, just as I said in the presentation. How far this will be at, how far along we'll be with it at launch, and what will be the restrictions then, I'm not going to say, frankly, because I don't have the answer for that yet. Will there be a quality mark for items, or will they be like green, purple, yellow, etc.? If you've seen our Kickstarter, I think you probably know the answer to that. So you probably didn't see our Kickstarter. The answer is yes, quality mark. We certainly want our crafters to be able to establish a bit of a name for themselves and be able to put on their own information on an item. Cortino asks, why should I use a caravan rather than do multiple travel by myself with a high weight character? Well, that's a choice you're going to have to make. Question is as well, maybe somebody else, another player, Giant for example, will want to do that for you, or you might be able to pay them to do it. Question from Natalie. Will you be able to collaborate, on blueprint design with other players? Certainly hope so. Question, I'm sorry, I didn't see the name, it scrolled off too fast, about whether there's going to be sort of a buyer protection setup for crafting here, whether it'll be a bit more organized than in another game. The answer is yes. How much? I don't know. Do I want people to be able to be scammed in this game? No, I don't. This is a tri-realm game, and so even if there who might want to scam you in your own realm, look, I don't think it's hand-holding to try to ensure that they can't. So we'll see. Multiple questions on things that are not in the crafting conversation. Folks, please, I don't mean to be rude, but as per all the other presentations, unless it's an open presentation where I'll ask, where it's an open Q&A where I'll ask anything, I'll answer anything. I'm only answering questions right now in regards to crafting. There will be, other times, of course, where you can ask anything you want, and I'll be happy to answer them here. Thanks. Nice from Hey Half. Do the ideas in your head keep you up at night? They are most certainly affecting my sleep. Thank you very much. And the answer is yes, actually, they do. My wife, the ever suffering Lady Janet, over the last few decades, has been woken up many a night by me just, jumping out of bed, whether it's to fix a bug. Back in the days I was coding, or oh my God, I just got this great new idea. So. Zenkar, will there be in-game feedback for craft to clients? I'd love to be able to do that. No promises. Glylor, will you make crafters useful from the start? Absolutely. And, the follow-up to his question was, are they going to have to make a lot of crap, frankly? And the answer is no. That's the whole point behind this system. We don't want, I don't want, they don't want a system where, you're making thousands and thousands of items just to make something useful. And that's part of, essentially, you don't want to say it's a carrot, but it's, what goes along with the whole, hey, you just can't make item after item after item after item. It is the bonus. It is the advantage of not having to create all those items. They need to be useful. They need to be buyable by your realm, for example, if not buyable, by other people within your realm. So because we don't have, or not relying on your main to support your crafter or making crafting a skill, we know you have to be able to be useful and you have to be able to make money, because that is useful, isn't it? From day one as a crafter. So yes, that's the plan. Nanox, we don't have any crafted dies right now in the game, but dies planned, and we don't have any number of planned dies in the game right now. Will there be dies for the game? Absolutely. Question from Action Pigeon about a portion of the reward for killing other players if you use somebody's weapon. Certainly that's been, I know, used in another game. Is it something we've talked about here? Yes. Is it something we're going to do? No comment, and no comment because I'm trying to keep it secret. Just no comment because, we didn't come to any decision. Woodwasher, will there be any kind of bonus or system for gatherer plus crafter partnerships? Yeah, we want people to be able to work together. I mean, we talked about the Vox. We've talked about group spells. We've talked about other things. So yes, we want people to work together. From Smudge Pudge, will crafters be able to enhance already crafted items? Yes and I don't want to say yes and no, but I'm going to say yes and no. It really depends on the item that you created. If an item is enhanced as much as it really can be, then you may not be able to enhance it. But if you have an item which hasn't been enhanced as much as it could be, yes, of course you'll be able to enhance it. Of course you'll be able to enhance it. Oh, nice question from On RPG. Can you, the king, host tourneys with prize money for crafters to pit them against each other to make the best X item? Great idea. Keep that in mind. Remind us. I like that. Question from Zombie, saying that our game looks like total crap. It looks like a pre-alpha gameplay. Well, that's what it is. Pre-alpha. We're still in internal test. This is what you saw yesterday and what you'll probably see today, or maybe you won't, depending on what happens with our testing this afternoon, is over a month-old client for a game that's been in development about 8 months, from when we originally started. So yeah, it doesn't look great. We've never said it's going to be the most beautiful, amazing